Okay, everyone, I hope you're ready for this because I have no idea what I'm doing. I guess I'll just start by saying welcome to my YouTube channel. That is a sentence that I never thought I'd ever say ever in my whole life. Like, I don't even know how YouTube works, so just bear with me. I'm just going to go with the flow. I've had a few people ask me or say to me that I should start a YouTube channel, and I'm always like, no, why would I start a YouTube channel? But the more I thought about it, the more I thought actually I could get more of my journey across to you. I could talk to you more, and I thought it'd be a good platform to share all my tips and tricks and everything that I talk about on Instagram in more detail. So first of all, my first video, I thought I'd do a Q&A. That way you can get to know me a little bit better and I can answer a lot of questions that I get asked quite frequently. So I am going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so basically I went over to Instagram and I asked you guys questions about just about me, really, anything that you want answering, and I got a huge response. Like, I've got so many questions, like literally it's never ending. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to answer as many as I can. I'm going to try not to waffle because I do like to waffle a lot, and just answer as many questions. And yeah, hopefully you get to know me a bit better and you get some more insight into my journey and everything. If you don't already follow me on Instagram, I will pop it in the description below so you can check it out. But yeah, so let's get started. Okay, so I am literally just going to read out the questions and answer them as best that I can. Also, excuse a really grotty sticker on the back. Fun fact, my ex-boyfriend from quite a few years ago bought me this iPad as a little present for cheating on me. And it literally says, I don't know if you can see it at all, but it says like, Caitlin, I love you, and then his name, and then XXX. I mean, it's not fun getting cheated on, but if you get an iPad out of it, you know, pros and cons. Okay, right, I'm gonna get started. So I'm just gonna start from the beginning and work through as many as I can. So first one is, when did you begin your weight loss journey? I actually began it in 2016. I don't count 2016 though, because that was like my year. I call it my trial year. So it was a year where I didn't have a clue what I was doing, didn't know what to do in the gym, didn't know what to do with diet. I do crash diets. I done booty, I done all these fat burning tablets and this thing called a C9 and all these different juice cleanses, which are just ridiculous. So that's where my journey began, and then after that I sort of educated myself and learned, you know, what to do in the gym and how to nourish my body, and I learned about calorie deficits and everything. So yeah, I'd say from end of 2017 till now, that's sort of where my journey's really properly begun, I guess. Okay, so what has been your biggest struggle on your weight loss journey that you wish you knew? I think for me, like the biggest struggle, like in the beginning, was restricting like foods. I had a mindset that I couldn't have any like pizza, chocolate, ice cream, cake, takeaways, anything like that, because they were bad foods, and if you ate them you'd ruin all your progress. And then I got myself into a bit of like a binge restrict cycle, which was really unhealthy. And I just wish I knew then that balance is absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine to include those foods. You don't need to count them out. You don't need to have the mindset that carbs are bad, chocolate's bad, everything's bad, because it's not. It's just food at the end of the day, and you need to enjoy it, otherwise you do end up in that binge and restrict cycle. What is your next major goal in life? I don't really have one. I am such a go with the flow kind of person. My next big step is, I haven't really announced this to anyone, so I'll just go ahead and say it. Next year I'm actually going back to Australia, and I'd like I'm basically getting a one-way ticket and I'm not quite sure when I'm gonna come back. I'm going with 2 friends. So I might be out there for a month. I think I could be out there for a year. I really don't know. It just completely depends on what goes on the next few months and where life takes me. But I'm definitely going back to Australia next year, whether that's for a month or a year or whatever. So we'll see what happens there. It's really exciting. How much do you love me? Hannah, I love you so much. Is the Shreddy app similar to the GraceFit original guide? In my opinion, yeah, yes and no. I think it's Gracie's like style of training, which I love. I've done the GraceFit guide twice. But Shreddy's good because it's so sort of diverse. You've got there's like 3 gym guides. You've got your fat loss, your tone up, and lean muscle guys, I think, and then you've got 2 home guys, which is fat loss and tone up, and they suit all abilities, like whether you're a beginner or if you're more advanced in the gym. But yeah, I'd say it is a very similar style of training. Do you ever forget to track your calories, and how to measure calories at a restaurant? Yes, I do forget to track them. At first, I'd say my first sort of few months, I was pretty like strict on, like I was really good at counting, but now that I'm at maintenance and I'm just maintaining, I'm much more lenient. So like there will be days that I don't count or forget to like track my dinner or whatever, but I kind of know where I am now, so I can kind of get away with doing that, if that makes sense. As for restaurants, usually if you go onto their website, you will be able to get like a nutrition guide, and it will tell you all the fat, protein, carbs, calories and everything. If not, you should be able to ask at the restaurant. If they're not able to give you that information, you can just guesstimate, which isn't ideal, but better than nothing. What is your favourite healthy snacks? At the minute, I am loving Greek yogurt with like berries. That is like my go-to at the minute. What are your fitness goals for the future? I think once the gyms start opening again after lockdown, I'm really wanting to focus on like a mini bulk. I want to try and grow a little bit of muscle, and my quads and my glutes are pretty much non-existent now since I haven't been going to the gym. Those are my like hardest places to build muscle. So yeah, I'm going to be focusing on that, I think. Favorite gym brand wear? Okay, so at the minute I am loving Tala and I love everything that it stands for. I am also Gymshark. Like, I know it's like a typical thing, but like most of my clothes are Gymshark, and I am going to be working with a brand very soon. I'll just give you a little sneak peek. Here are some joggers from them, and they are super comfy, and their leggings are super flattering, and I'm so excited because they are just so amazing. And but I will give you more information on that when the time is right. Okay. How to deal with having a cheat meal or having a cheat day? Do you experience guilt? This is something that I feel so passionately about, and if you follow me on Instagram, or even if you don't, if you go onto my Instagram and watch my IGTV on this, I think it's such an important message, and I feel so strongly about the fact that we shouldn't call it cheat days, we shouldn't call it cheat meals, we shouldn't call it bad foods, we shouldn't associate anything negative with food because it puts you in such a negative mindset. So for me, I just enjoy food. I enjoy, I guess, what you'd call bad foods quite a lot. Like if I didn't have them in my diet, then I would, like back to what I was saying earlier, I would have that binge restrict cycle, which isn't good. Yeah, so I think balance is key. Don't feel guilty. You should never feel guilty for eating foods that you enjoy. I think that's so important. Okay, how do you stay consistent? Consistency is really important, especially if you're trying to get results. So for me, it's just making like daily like habits, lifestyle changes that you can do every day without thinking. So whether that is exercise, going out for walks, meal prepping, healthy foods, I think as long as you incorporate that every day, it becomes habit. And then when you've got those habits, you don't really need to think about consistency because it just happens anyway. I'd say that's probably the easiest thing to do for consistency. Um, what's the first thing you'll do when lockdown's over? Probably go to the gym. I'm so excited to go to the gym. Got quite a few like similar questions. How have you found lockdown mentally and fitness wise? Okay, so for me, lockdown to begin with wasn't too bad because I actually spent the first part of it stuck in Australia, which was amazing. And there's definitely worse places to be stuck than in Australia. It was sunny. I just sunbathed all day. I had made loads of friends. I had the best time. So, and then coming back, I was so relieved to see my family again because I hadn't seen them in, gosh, over a month, which doesn't sound like a long time, but I've never been away from my family for that long. So that next part of lockdown was just so lovely because I had nothing to do but spend time with them. And then I'd say up until now, it's been okay because I've been really busy. I've had lots of little projects. I've been busy doing lots of little bits and pieces. But now I'd say I'm starting to struggle a bit because I'm starting to get bored. I'm self-employed, so I've got no money coming in. So I'm desperate to get back to work, and I'm just desperate for a bit of normality, I guess. And then for fitness wise, it's been okay. I've got into running. I've been running 10Ks, which, I mean, a few months ago I could barely run 5 minutes. So to be able to run 10K is like crazy. And yeah, I've just been doing Shreddy home workouts. The Shreddy app is amazing. And yeah, it's been a game changer for me. It's really helped. So yeah. Okay, so what vitamins and supplements do I use in my diet? I don't actually take any vitamins. Sometimes I take a multivitamin, or I've had the ones for like your hair, nails and skin. Supplement wise, I have protein powder just to boost my protein intake. I try to have 100+ grams of protein a day, so I find protein powder really helps me because I don't eat a lot of meat. I'm not vegetarian, but I don't really enjoy eating meat. I do have the odd bit of chicken, but that's about it really. I am also going to start taking creatine soon. I was thinking about taking it when the gyms open up again, but I might take it a bit sooner. And this is something that I'm going to document for YouTube as well, because a few of you have asked about creatine. So I'm going to sort of experiment with that and see how that goes. But yeah, that's about it really. How long did it take you? I'm guessing that was fat loss. So initially it was very up and down, and it still is up and down. Like, I don't think it's one of those constant things. I'd say over 3 years, but the past year and a half is when I really sort of saw like good progress. What inspired you to start fitness? It's really sad actually. I was in a really shitty relationship, and I was just in a really mentally in a bad place. I had gained a lot of weight. I was the heaviest I'd ever been. I had no confidence, and my ex used to always like make like sly comments and like comments about how thin his ex was and like things like that. So it sort of like made me feel a bit like rubbish. So that was sort of what kick-started it, which is really sad really, but yeah, that was it. Where are you taking me for that first date? I think where are you taking me is the correct question. When when you up to maintenance, what did you fill your calories with? So I think if you're in a deficit and then you go up to maintenance, it's really important to go take it slowly, like 50 calories a week, and take it as clean as possible. So fruits, veggies, and more protein. That's going to be more beneficial than thinking, oh, I've got an extra 200 calories, I'm going to have a chocolate bar. Try and get it from like a clean source if possible. How do you stay motivated and do you not get bored of counting calories? Motivation, I don't stay motivated. It's just more habit for me. And do I not get bored of counting calories? At first, yeah, I find it really tedious, but because I've done it for so long now, I've done it for like 2 years, it's like second nature to me. I don't really do it as much anymore. So yeah, at first, yeah, but yeah, it's just second nature. Do people treat you differently since you've lost weight? Yes, definitely. I get lots of like little snidey comments and comments that aren't very nice. People saying that I need to eat more, people saying that I've lost too much weight. People saying, oh, you shouldn't be eating that, if I'm like reach for a chocolate bar or a slice of cake or whatever. Oh, is Caitlin really gonna eat that? And like, you know, things like that. And you just think, oh no, shut up. Let me eat what I want to eat. How would you recommend balancing boozy social occasions and a calorie deficit? It is difficult. I think at the beginning of my journey, I swapped things like drinking wine, which is like 500 calories a bottle, and like cocktails that can be 200-300 calories, to like a low-fat mixer and like a vodka or gin. Which cuts calories massively. But try not to worry too much. Like, social occasions are so important and you don't want to deprive yourself of that, so do enjoy them. Just try and make like wiser choices. What is your job? So I am a beauty therapist. I am self-employed and I work on an RAF base, which is pretty cool. How old are you? I am 24. You sound Scottish. Whereabouts from Scotland are you, and do you miss Scotland? Yes, I am from Scotland. A lot of people ask me this, like, where's your accent from? Because I've lived in Oxford or just outside Oxford for nearly 10 years now, so my accent isn't as strong. So I'm from Fife and I do miss it, but my dad's up there, my grandparents and family's up there, so I do try and go up as often as I can. So it's not too bad really, and the weather's better down here, so you know. Did I completely give up takeaways? No, I did not. Like I said, like, it is just all about balance. Have you had your teeth whitened? If so, what do you use? I haven't actually. Funny story, I was supposed to have them done when I got back from Australia before like the whole lockdown thing, but obviously that got cancelled, so hopefully I'll be getting them done whenever the dentists open up again. I do use like just white, like bog standard whitening toothpastes. Not a question, but you're so incredibly inspiring. You are beautiful inside and out. Oh my god, reading that's just made my day. Like, it's so lovely. I love getting messages like that. It just makes my heart so happy. Do you suffer from binging? I had done, and I do get episodes. This is probably something that I want to talk about in a separate video because I think it's a whole like massive thing. So I'm not going to go into too much detail. How do you control cravings at nighttime? Okay, so I always allow myself 200-300 calories in an evening, where I have like chocolate, crisps, ice cream, cake, whatever it is. Also, the low calorie hot chocolates really help. Like the Options hot chocolate, it's like 40 calories and it's so chocolatey and it's so delicious. And I feel like that really helps stop any like chocolatey cravings. What's your favorite thing to do for me time? Oh my goodness, I am a shopaholic. Like, shopping is like my thing. Yeah, I shop. I don't know if any of you know Bicester Village, but it is literally my favorite place, and honestly, all my money goes on shoes and bags and stuff from there. It's so ridiculous, but I just have no self-control, honestly. How do you deal with period cravings? I'm like a bottomless pit. I do not know the answer to this, but if you ever find it out, let me know, because I need that answered as well. What do you think about HIIT? Friggin' hate it. Not gonna lie. I mean, it's brilliant, really good, gets your heart rate up, it's a good calorie burner, but I'm too lazy for that. I'd rather go for like a walk for 2 hours and burn the same amount of calories that you can do in like a 20-minute HIIT, because I just cannot be bothered. First 5 things you'll do when the pandemic is over. Go to the gym, go see my friends, eat at a nice restaurant, go out for drinks, and go up to Scotland to see my family. Looking forward to watching your YouTube video. Oh, thank you. How's your day going? It's going really well, actually. I've been very productive today. I always start with like a morning routine, and I always feel like once I've done that and then I do a few other jobs in the day, my like day just goes really well. Another video that I'll be doing is my morning routine, because I think it will help quite a few of you. That's about it, really. All the other questions are pretty similar. So I think I'm going to wrap it up there. So I hope that's helped a few of you. And you've got to know me a little bit better. And yeah, I will pop my Instagram in the description. If you don't already follow me, you can check it out below. And I shall be back shortly with a new video. So yeah, I had so much fun doing this, and hopefully it'll be a regular thing. So yeah, that's it. So I shall see you in my next video.